Today, Nvidia is a trillion-dollar company. Its GPUs power the AI revolution, commanding over 80% of the market for AI accelerators. Its market capitalization alone dwarfs the entire semiconductor industry of just a decade ago. It is a story of unprecedented growth and market dominance, seemingly out of nowhere. But what if I told you that one of Nvidia's oldest and most powerful rivals had the chance to own a significant piece of this AI future, and not just missed it, but actively suppressed it? What if the company that should have been Nvidia's fiercest competitor in AI instead paid billions to bury its own advantage? This is not a hypothetical. In 2016, Intel, then the undisputed titan of computing, acquired Altera, a leading programmable chip company, for a staggering $5.4 billion. The industry buzz was electric. Everyone said Altera's technology, called FPGAs, would power the next wave of AI inference. Intel had bought the future. Fast forward to 2024. Intel's AI chip revenue is a rounding error. Nvidia's dominance is absolute. The consensus explanation is often that Altera's technology simply was not suited for AI, or that Intel could not integrate it effectively. But the consensus is wrong. The real reason is far more complex and far more self-destructive. To understand this epic miscalculation, we must first understand Altera. Founded in 1983, Altera was a pioneer in field programmable gate arrays, or FPGAs. Unlike fixed-function chips like CPUs or GPUs, FPGAs are reconfigurable. Their internal logic can be rewritten after manufacturing, making them incredibly versatile. In the mid-2010s, as machine learning began its explosive ascent, FPGAs were seen as a golden ticket for AI inference. Training AI models required immense compute power, often on GPUs. But deploying those models, known as inference, demanded flexibility and power efficiency. FPGAs offered a compelling balance, allowing custom hardware acceleration for specific AI algorithms without the cost and inflexibility of a full custom ASIC. Intel, then under CEO Brian Krzanich, recognized the shift. While their core CPU business remained strong, the company faced growing threats from mobile and cloud computing, and the looming shadow of AI. They needed to diversify to capture the next wave of compute. Altera represented a strategic leap into this future. The $5.4 billion acquisition was Intel's largest ever at the time. It was heralded as a bold move, a stroke of genius that would give Intel an unassailable lead in data centers and emerging AI workloads. Altera's FPGAs, combined with Intel's manufacturing prowess and market reach, were supposed to be an unstoppable force, a perfect complement to their Xeon server processors. Initial integration seemed promising. Altera became Intel's Programmable Solutions Group, or PSG. Intel began to integrate Altera's FPGAs with its Xeon processors, creating powerful hybrid solutions. They even started to port Altera's manufacturing to Intel's advanced process nodes, a move that promised unparalleled performance and efficiency. However, almost immediately cracks began to show. The promised synergies proved elusive. Instead of seamless integration, Altera's engineers and product lines found themselves battling for resources and attention within the vast Intel empire. The very act of moving Altera's products to Intel's fabs, while technically sound, introduced delays and complexities. Meanwhile, outside Intel's walls, the AI landscape was evolving at breakneck speed. Nvidia, armed with its CUDA software platform and increasingly powerful GPUs, was aggressively carving out the AI training market. They were also making inroads into inference, demonstrating that GPUs could be highly effective for a wide range of AI tasks, often with simpler programming models than FPGAs. Altera, now PSG, struggled to keep pace. Their next-generation products, critical for maintaining a competitive edge, faced repeated delays. Fab capacity, a precious commodity within Intel, was often prioritized for the core CPU business, leaving PSG's advanced chip designs in limbo. This meant fewer new products, slower time to market, and a gradual erosion of their technological lead. Internally, Intel's broader AI strategy became a confusing mosaic. They pursued multiple AI accelerator projects, including Nirvana, another acquisition, and Gaudi. This created internal competition and diffused focus, rather than concentrating resources on the most promising avenues. PSG became just one of several AI bets, rather than the cornerstone it was envisioned to be. By the late 2010s, the market had shifted decisively. Specialized AI accelerators, often leveraging custom ASICs, began to emerge, offering even greater performance and efficiency than FPGAs for specific AI workloads. Nvidia's ecosystem, with its robust software and developer tools, became the default choice for most AI researchers and developers. PSG's FPGAs, once seen as the future, were increasingly relegated to niche applications. Intel's AI revenue figures, when they were even reported, remained disappointingly small. The $5.4 billion bet on Altera had failed to deliver a meaningful return in the burgeoning AI market. The question became, why? Why did Intel, a company with immense resources and a clear strategic vision at the outset, fail so spectacularly with a technology many believed was perfectly poised for AI? Many observers will tell you Altera simply failed to deliver on its technological promise. They will say FPGAs were not ultimately the right architecture for AI, or that Intel could not integrate the acquisition effectively. Some might even suggest the market moved too fast, leaving FPGAs behind. These are convenient narratives, but they miss the real story. The real reason Altera failed to power Intel's AI ambitions was not technological inadequacy, poor market timing, or even a lack of vision from the top. It was internal politics. Intel's dominant CPU group, the historical engine of the company's revenue and power, viewed Altera not as a partner or a future growth engine, but as a rival. This rivalry manifested in devastating ways. Altera's programmable solutions group was starved of critical resources. Fab capacity, the lifeblood of any chip company, was consistently prioritized for Intel's CPU roadmap. This meant Altera's cutting-edge designs could not access the most advanced manufacturing nodes, limiting their performance and power efficiency. Furthermore, Altera's product roadmap and strategic priority were consistently undermined. The powerful CPU organization, wary of any product that might cannibalize their own market, deliberately limited PSG's reach and investment. There was a lack of internal sales support, a reluctance to fully integrate Altera's FPGAs into Intel's broader ecosystem, and a general lack of executive championship for the acquired business unit. Altera was treated like a competing product line, rather than a strategic asset that could secure Intel's future in AI. The cost of this internal friction was immense. The $5.4 billion acquisition, once a beacon of Intel's AI aspirations, became a monument to a strategic failure. The potential for Altera's FPGAs to give Intel a substantial lead in AI inference was squandered, not by external competition, but by internal sabotage. By 2024, Intel's AI accelerator revenue is a mere fraction of Nvidia's multi-billion-dollar empire. The market Altera was supposed to deliver, the market Intel paid billions to acquire, is now firmly owned by its rivals. Intel is now scrambling to catch up, investing heavily in its Gaudi accelerators, years behind the curve, trying to buy back the future it once had in its grasp. The story of Intel and Altera is a stark reminder that even the most prescient acquisitions, made at the right time with the right technology, can be undone by internal power dynamics. The capital was deployed, the vision was clear, but the execution was derailed by a failure to unite around a common future. In the high-stakes world of technology and capital, internal power struggles can be far more destructive than external competition. If you want more insights into the hidden forces shaping global capital and technology, subscribe to Mispriced Capital and ring the bell so you do not miss our next deep dive.